So we are now going to start the 36th World Cultural Council Award Ceremony. Please all rise as the procession enters the hall. The music is Octet 3 Scherzo Allegro Vivace by Franz Schubert, performed by the University Tsukuba Orchestra Ensemble.
Okay, please be seated, everyone. Good afternoon, honored guests, honorees, ladies and gentlemen. It is a great honor to welcome you and our very distinguished guests this afternoon on this very special occasion of the 36th World Cultural Council Awards. As you know, this year's ceremony has been held in parallel with the Tsukuba Conference. As you may know, the Tsukuba Conference is a forum welcoming young leaders from industry, government, and academia, a forum with no borders, be it national, professional, disciplinary, or institutional. These delegates have come together to discuss a diverse range of social issues and challenges in the terms of science and technology and society. This conference acts as an international platform for them to meet, exchange ideas, and express their visions for the future of the world. I am Caroline Benton, Vice President and Executive Director of the University of Tsukuba. It is my pleasure to be here.
And I am Ikeda Jun, Executive Officer for Tsukuba Conference, and also President Office Chief of Staff of the University of Tsukuba. Firstly, let me introduce the members of the Presidium. Dr. Nagata Kyosuke, President of the University of Tsukuba. Professor Sir Colin Blakemore, President of the World Cultural Council. Mr. Nogoka Tsukasa, Deputy Commissioner for Cultural Affairs, Agency for Cultural Affairs, Government of Japan. Professor Sir John Walker, 1997 Nobel Laureate in Chemistry and also a member of the World Cultural Council. Professor Sir Fraser Stoddart, 2016 Nobel Laureate in Chemistry and winner of the World Cultural Council's 2007 Albert Einstein Award of Science. Dr. Esteban Metzaros Wild, Executive Director of the World Cultural Council. Dr. Rene Asomosa Palacio, member of the World Cultural Council, attending on behalf of its founder and President Emeritus Maestro Rafael Estrada. Professor Gary Marquis, Dean of the School of Engineering, Aalto University, and member of the World Cultural Council.
Now it is my pleasure to introduce President Nagata, President of the University of Tsukuba, to deliver the welcoming address. Nagata-sensei, please.
Professor Sir Colin Blakemore, Mr. Nogoka, delegates of World Cultural Council, winners of the WCC Awards, and distinguished guests from Japan and abroad, colleagues, students, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It is my great privilege as the president of University of Tsukuba, as well as the chair of Tsukuba Conference Organizing Council, to welcome you all to the 36th Award Ceremony of the World Cultural Council. It is a memorable highlight of the very first Tsukuba Conference. The World Cultural Council, so-called WCC, is the non-profit international organization based in Mexico. Founded in the early 80s, it seeks to promote culture, goodwill, and philanthropy among individuals worldwide. Since 1984, the WCC has held a yearly award ceremony granting the Albert Einstein World Award for Science every year, the Jose Vasconcelos World Award of Education, and Leonardo da Vinci World Award of Art in alternate years to outstanding scientists, educators, and artists whose breakthroughs have contributed positively to the cultural enrichment of mankind. These three pillars of the WCC, namely science, education, and arts, are actually what the University of Tsukuba is all about. The University of Tsukuba's forerunner was the Tokyo University of Education, which was originally founded in 1872 as a normal school, the first higher education institute established by the Meiji government in Japan. In 1973, it was relocated to Tsukuba Science City, the largest science and technology city in Japan, and was renamed the University of Tsukuba. This new university is a comprehensive research university and unique in many aspects. One characteristic is that it has departments devoted to art and design and sports sciences. Since its establishment, the University of Tsukuba has always been a center of transdisciplinary research and education in the field of so-called STEAM, which makes our university a perfect setting for the WCC Award Ceremony. I believe that it was not without reason that WCC has chosen the University of Tsukuba as the very first venue for their award ceremony in Japan. We are fully grateful and deeply honored for WCC's insight and decision. Today, we are going to honor two outstanding individuals, Dr. Zhong Lin Wang from Georgia Institute of Technology, USA, and Mr. Paulo Branco, a film producer from Portugal. These two individuals were selected for their excellence in their respective field, as well as for contributing to the well-being of humanity and their inspiration of future generations. We are also proud to recognize 10 highly promising young Japanese researchers who have achieved outstanding performance in the field of science. They were chosen specifically from the institutions contributing to the Tsukuba Conference with the intention of giving visibility not only to these brilliant future shapers, but also to the growing synergy within and beyond Tsukuba Science City. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, I welcome you all to the 36th WCC Award Ceremony. I wish you all an engaging and inspiring afternoon. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much, President Nagata. May I now invite Professor Sir Colin Blakemore, President of the World Cultural Council, to deliver his salutatory address. Please.
President Nagata, Deputy Commissioner Nakaoka, distinguished prize winners, colleagues from the World Cultural Council, ladies and gentlemen. My role as President of the World Cultural Council is to introduce the Council to you and to thank the University of Tsukuba for hosting our 36th award ceremony. The World Cultural Council is an international non-profit organization whose goal, as the President has told you, is to promote cultural values, goodwill, and philanthropy. It was founded in Mexico in 1982 with 124 distinguished members of the Council from all over the world. There are now some 250 members of the Council, and two of them, Sir John Walker and Sir Fraser Stoddart, both Nobel laureates in chemistry, are here this evening to give the Special Recognition Awards, which the President has already mentioned. The principal activity of the World Cultural Council is the presentation of awards to honor remarkable individuals who've made singular contributions to the cultural legacy of humanity. The Albert Einstein Award, World Award of Science, is given every year. The Leonardo da Vinci World Award of Arts and the Jose Vasconcelos World Award of Education are given in alternate years. This year, here in Tsukuba, we have the Einstein and the Leonardo Awards. The winners, Zhong Lin Wang and Paulo Branco, whose wonderful lectures we heard this morning, join the list of remarkable people who've won world awards over the past 36 years. The award ceremony has been held in a wide variety of institutions in 4 continents, including several locations in Mexico, MIT, Oxford, the Australian National University, Princeton, Witwatersrand University, Liège, Aalto, and Riga. Last year, it was held for the first time in the Greater China area at the City University of Hong Kong, and this year for the first time in Japan. President Nagata, we are deeply grateful to you and the University of Tsukuba for hosting this event as part of the Tsukuba Conference 2019. The university's goals, as you have already said, mirror those of the World Cultural Council. One of the missions of the university is to cross the borders that separate nations, research institutions, and fields of study. The university's origins as a teachers' college, as you said, are reflected in its commitment to innovation in education, and it's now also one of the strongest research universities in Japan, sitting in the heart of the largest science city of Japan. This morning, Paulo Branco emphasized the seamless relationship between the arts and the sciences. And we heard yesterday in our discussions with the President and his colleagues that the new graduate teaching program of the university will be fundamentally interdisciplinary. I've seen you quoted, President, as having said that internationalization and interdisciplinary activities can transcend any kind of barrier. Well, the university boasts 3 Nobel Prizes in physics and chemistry, but you're also proud of the fact that Pokemon was created by an alumnus of the university who studied art and design, but also took credits in computer systems. The university is also, of course, well known for its achievements in sport, with 115 Olympic and Paralympic medals. If Zhong Lin Wang is correct, as we heard from his lecture, we shall all soon be generating electricity from our own actions and movements. In that case, with all this sport and with all this intellectual activity, Tsukuba will be literally, as well as metaphorically, a powerhouse. Thank you again, President Nagata, and all of your team for your hospitality and your support. Thank you.
Thank you, Sir Colin, for the very informative and also very kind words. Now it is my great honor to introduce Mr. Nogoka Tsukasa, Deputy Commissioner for Cultural Affairs, Agency for Cultural Affairs, Government of Japan, to deliver his address. Mr. Nogoka.
President Nagata, Professor Sir Colin Blakemore, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It's my great honor to attend the 36th World Cultural Council Awards Ceremony and address this distinguished audience from industry, government, and academia. First of all, I would like to extend my warmest congratulations to the 2 WCC Awards winners, Dr. Zhong Lin Wang and Mr. Paulo Branco. They have each excelled in domains of science and art, and demonstrated with their inspiring achievements how science and art can bring about positive influence to the global society. I'm especially impressed with Mr. Branco's engagement with new views on cinematographic expression and his dedicated commitment to cultivating intensive communication and activity between the different fields of culture, such as literature, fine arts, and music. I would also like to express my deepest appreciation to the World Cultural Council for promoting not only science but also art over the years. Culture and the arts, including music, drama, dance, film, animation, and Japanese manga, bring sensation and the joy of living to us and enrich our lives. The arts are at the same time a strong driving force in liberalizing society at large. Art and culture play a vital role in our lives. In order to promote the arts and culture of Japan, the Agency for Cultural Affairs is dedicated to various efforts that would contribute to expand the range of people who enjoy and create arts and culture. Regarding our efforts of promoting films, we provide various supports such as promotion of creative activities, proactive disseminations domestically and internationally, and promotion of exchange between people and groups involved in films, and practical trainings, human resource development through film production. Last but not least, I'm much delighted to learn that this is the first WCC Award ceremony ever held in Japan. I would like to extend my deepest gratitude to the University of Tsukuba for bringing this signature event to our country. I have no doubt that this solemn ceremony and two outstanding role models, Dr. Zhong Lin Wang and Mr. Paulo Branco, have inspired all future shapers assembled right here at Tsukuba Conference. I wish Dr. Zhong Lin Wang and Mr. Paulo Branco, as well as the World Cultural Council, the University of Tsukuba, the Tsukuba Conference, and the future shapers all the best with their further contribution to the well-being of humankind. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, Mr. Nakaoka, for your very welcoming words from the government of Japan. So now I would like to introduce Dr. Rene Asomosa Palacio, who will present a message on behalf of Maestro Rafael Estrada, founder and president emeritus of the World Cultural Council. Please.
Distinguished President of the World Cultural Council, Sir Colin Blakemore, Honorable President Nagata Kyosuke, Mr. Nogoka Tsukasa, Deputy Commissioner for Cultural Affairs, Agency for Cultural Affairs, Government of Japan, respected authorities of the University of Tsukuba, members of the WCC, tonight laureates, students, visitors from overseas and other parts of Japan, ladies and gentlemen. 2 weeks ago, I was refreshed to read the heartwarming story of more than 10 million young people from 200 nations demonstrating to demand that our world leaders listen to science and take actions against climate change. This moving act by so many young minds speaking to address one of the foremost challenges facing humankind was, to me, truly inspirational and a source of hope. Many of these youth were born only at the beginning of the third millennium. Their engagement, passion, and enthusiasm reflect the kinds of attitudes and actions that are required to address these and other global challenges of which we are all well aware. shortages of safe drinking water, mistreatment of animals, unrelenting wars, poor stewardship of forests and habitats, cruelty of our fellow humans, and so on. At the core of all these challenges lies an ethical vacuum. Missing is a moral compass to help us and our leaders navigate a fair and compassionate path as we wrestle with these adversities. The human mind has shown great capacity toward change, creativity, and invention. This same mind must be harnessed to pursue the common good, to promote wise thoughts and deeds, and to act based on demonstrable and universal truth. I think that the answer lies in strengthening people's values and virtues. The basis of individual and social improvement is education. A well-directed, comprehensive education forms a bedrock on which a great and progressive society can be built. Not only intellect is necessary, but also goodness and the ability to serve others. Every university, every seat of learning is a beacon of light. My call is to educators. Inspire your students to become excellent professionals. Inspire your students with a deep sense of ethics. We have inherited the multifaceted treasure of all human culture, and we should build on it. We should take whatever is good from the East and the West to teach our children and our students to fulfill themselves. In this way, we can aspire to the advent of a more enlightened world in which all differences are respected, a world of freedom and responsibility, rights and obligations, wisdom and peace. I would like to thank President Nagata, along with his remarkable team from this honorable university, for their support and the warm hospitality they have shown us. I would like to highlight the presence of one of our previous laureates, Sir Fraser Stoddart, who I had the great pleasure of welcoming in Monterrey, Mexico, when he received the 2008 Albert Einstein World Award of Science. I also personally thank the loyal members of the World Cultural Council who are here with us today. President Sir Colin Blakemore, Professor Sir John Walker, Professor Leonidas Rubikis, Professor Gary Marquis, and Dr. Rene Somoza. Finally, my sincere congratulations to the award winners. Dr. Zhong Lin Wang represents those men and women of science who are pursuing progress to improve the quality of our lives and our environment, while Mr. Paulo Branco embodies those artists that help us to experience the world in new ways to enrich our life with beauty and emotion. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Asomosa. I feel that I have now deeper understanding about of the spirit of the World Cultural Council, thanks to your talk. Thank you very much. Now I have the great pleasure to introduce the University of Tsukuba Orchestra Ensemble, performing Octet 1 Adagio Allegro by Franz Schubert.
Thank you for that very splendid and uplifting performance. Now we would like to move on to one of the highlights of today's ceremony, the presentation of the World Awards. First, before presenting the 2019 Albert Einstein World Award for Science, we would like to show a short video on this person and inspiration of Albert Einstein. This short film marks the centennial anniversary of the solar eclipse that was instrumental in confirming Einstein's theory of relativity. I'm sure that we will all enjoy this reflection on the life of such an outstanding scientist.
Albert Einstein is one of the most recognizable and respected scientists of the 20th century. In 1905, while still working to earn his doctorate, Einstein published 4 classic papers that have since played an important role in the development of modern physics.
In 1915, Einstein published his general theory of relativity, which gave us for the very first time a new way to consider gravity. Instead of thinking of gravity as a force, Einstein claimed that the movement of light, the passage of objects in the universe was determined by the distortion of space-time. There was also a prediction of the existence of black holes. A German astrophysicist, 1 year later, after the publication of the theory of general relativity, argued that a consequence of the theory was the existence of infinitely small objects that are extremely massive and distorted space-time so strongly that they created an event horizon, a region from within which light could not escape. So there were these two concepts, the distortion of space-time and the existence of black holes, that led to experiments that have taken place over the last 100 years to prove that today the theory of general relativity is still an accurate theory of gravity. The first confirmation of the theory of general relativity took place in 1919 when Arthur Eddington led an expedition to observe a total solar eclipse and was able to measure the displacement of the light from stars that were behind the sun, and that displacement as light was bent by the gravity of the sun was consistent with the prediction of Einstein. And then finally, this year, in April 2019, the Event Horizon Telescope, a global international project that combines 8 millimeter wavelength telescopes, was able to build a telescope the size of a planet, the size of our planet, and take an image, a photo for the very first time of the shadow of a black hole. And it was this image that then allowed us to once again confirm that the theory of general relativity holds and is consistent with the predictions of Einstein under the most extreme conditions in the universe.
On October 1st, 1940, Einstein became a US citizen, and on April 18th, 1955, he died. The Einstein-Russell Manifesto states, "Remember your humanity and forget the rest." A fitting last message to the world from one of the most original, iconic, and greatest scientists in human history.
Truly an inspiring man and scientist. It is a wonderful honor for me to introduce the winner of the 2019 Albert Einstein Award, World Award of Science, Dr. Zhong Li Wang. Chair and Regents Professor, School of Materials Science and Engineering at Georgia Institute of Technology, USA. The prize is awarded for Dr. Wang's pioneering and seminal contributions to the discovery, innovation, and implementation of nanogenerators and self-powered systems. The jury has also acknowledged the significant impact of his discoveries and breakthroughs, which have already inspired worldwide efforts in academia and industry towards a wide range of technological applications that will be central to the sustainable development of our society. I would like to invite you to watch the following short video on Dr. Zhong Li Wang's achievements.
In technology revolution history, energy has played the most critical role. The energy technology in past 3 centuries relied on coal and oil. As the world enters the era of Internet of Things, nanotechnology, and AI, what is the choice of energy? The power for fixed objects relying on power grid is ordered energy, while energy storage units for mobile, wireless sensors are disordered, distributed energy. By 2025, over 30 billion objects will be linked by IoTs, such as distributed, mobile, sustainable small power sources are called as energy for the new era. The power distribution from concentrated power plants to distributed units is a result of entropy in energy utilization. The ordered energy solves ordered applications and part of disordered applications. The disordered energy from environment mainly solves distributed applications. The first piezoelectric nanogenerator converting mechanical energy into electricity was invented by Professor Zhong Lin Wang in 2006. Wong invented triple electric nanogenerator in 2011 based on triple electrification and electrostatic induction. Compared to electromagnetic generator, triple electric nanogenerator has high voltage and high efficiency and low frequency. Professor Wong is the Hightower Chair in Material Science and Engineering, Regents Professor at Georgia Institute of Technology, and Founding Director, Chief Scientist at Beijing Institute of Nanoenergy and Nanosystems. Dr. Wang pioneered the nanogenerators from fundamental science to technological applications. His research on self-powered nanosystems has inspired the worldwide effort for studying energy for micro-nanosystems.
We are faced the challenge of new energy, particularly for Internet of Things. Self-power system is indispensable for drive such moving large number small electronics. So nanogenerator was invented for these purposes, which will have application for Internet of Things, sensor network, medical sciences, implantable devices as well environmental protection system.
Professor Wang discovered the arranging of contact electrification and revealed that electron transfer is the dominant process for contact electrification between two solids. A generic electron cloud overlap model was proposed for explaining the contact electrification, which can be extended to the cases of liquid to solid, liquid to liquid, and even gas liquid. Wang developed the theory of nanogenerators from Maxwell's displacement current. The main term of displacement current is electric field related. Wang added the second term for non-electric field related polarization, expanding applications of Maxwell's equation in energy. The first term gave birth of electromagnetic wave, setting foundation of wireless communication, radar, and information technology. The second term lights up applications of Maxwell's equation in energy and sensors. Nanogenerators have important applications for micro-nano energy. They can harvest human mechanical energy from walking, tapping, and touching. They are also used for implantable medical devices to drive pacemakers.
You may never need to replace a battery with a self-charging battery inside. In such a case, this can be last very long. So we invent this one for not only for pacemaker, but for nerve stimulation as well as drug delivery system.
Nanogenerators have also been applied in self-powered pressure mapping and measurement of human pulse and blood pressure. Wireless sensing and data transmission can be realized through weak mechanical energy harvesting. Another important application is blue energy. How to harvest such low frequency and random energy. Triple electric nanogenerator network provides a new route toward large-scale blue energy. Triggering by water waves, the rolling of inside ball generates the current through the load. The triple electric nanogenerator networks have been fabricated to harvest the real water wave energy.
We use the networks of triple electric nanogenerator. So put on the surface of water, when the water surface fluctuates, we can harvest the energy. We call this blue energy. If we can do this successfully, theoretically, if you use the size of 400 by 400 kilometer surface area, 10 meter depth water, the energy harvest is theoretically estimated to be 16 terawatts, which is the total power assumption today. So we call blue energy dream.
As by 2018, about 42 countries, 420 units, and 4,000 scientists are doing related researches. The important applications will have great commercial opportunities in future. The main applications of nanogenerators will contribute to the distributed energy for IoTs, sensor networks, robotics, and AI.
Well, this was a wonderful summary of Dr. Wang's very illuminating lecture that we all enjoyed this morning. Thank you very much. So, may I now invite President Nagata, Professor Sir Colin Blakemore, and Dr. Esteban Wild to present the 2019 Albert Stein World Award of Science to Dr. Zhong Lin Wang. And Dr. Wang, please come forward to receive the award. President Nagata, please. President Nagata is now delivering the medal to Dr. Wang. Sir Colin, please. Sir Colin is now delivering the diploma to Dr. Wang. Now, Dr. Wild, please. Dr. Wild is now delivering the award check to Dr. Wang.
Dr. Wang, we are now anxiously waiting your acceptance speech. Please.
Dear President Nagata, Professor Blakemore, Professor Walker, Professor Stoddard, and the committee members of the World Cultural Council, ladies and gentlemen, I'm honored and thrilled to be standing on this stage to receive this 2019 Albert Einstein World Award of Science, which is the most prestigious honor I have received. This is a moment I cannot believe because I was born in a farm family in China. During the years was the 3 year of devastating year shortage of food. So when I was born, I was a sick boy, and when I go to the elementary school, middle school, high school, I did not receive proper education at all. That was during the 10-year Cultural Revolution in China. So I did not speak English, started A and B and C until I was age 17. So that was my childhood. I cannot believe I stand over here to receive this highest honor in science and technology. Then you say, how do you get here? I have many reflections. First one, ever since I had opportunity to go to college in 1978, I was the last year of high school. China opened a university for enrolled students. I was very lucky to be selected as a student to study in a college, even I did not have proper education before then. Ever since then, I have a deep interest and a love in science. Always love what I do. And I take science as the most important part of my life. Secondly, I have always a curiosity mind about the science. How does this work? How can I be different? How can I be distinct from my peers? So this is my idea, always think about things. Thirdly, persistency and consistency are vitally important to the success. I like to read a famous quotation from Agassi saying, this is one of the banner in Nobel Museum in Stockholm. And he says, any major scientific discovery goes through 3 stages. First, people say that it conflicts with the Bible. Then they say it was discovered before. Lastly, they say they always believe in it. So going through this 3 stages definitely take a long time. It usually take 10 to 15 years, during which you have to stay focused and persistent. And in a lot of cases, you are shortage of funding, you are shortage of people's trust in you, and they think you were wrong, they think what you do is meaningless. And this time, you have the persistency to get through. So, my case, I have been struck hard, and no one, in many cases, no one believed in me but myself. Fourthly, a major discovery was found by accident. And original research at the beginning is always considered unimportant, meaningless, useless at the first stage. It is my responsibility to open the door. And also, just like we're walking through on a street, being tricked by a stone brick. But to remove the brick, you find a copper brick. Digging and removing the copper brick, you find a gold brick. And then remove further the golden brick, you find there's a golden mine underneath. But if you do not remove the stone brick at first, the door will not be open. So therefore, after that, you open all these doors, you are in a land just like Alice in the Wonderland. You find a new world. However, if you do not remove the first layer, nothing will be found later. So we call this always missed the opportunity. But an opportunity comes at the time you unexpected. You didn't notice that, and sometimes even did not pay attention to that. Fifth, in today's science, one has to be a strong leadership character, like Professor Wong said yesterday, because you are confident, but your student may not confident. Especially when people debate about your research, they question you. The student may not stand closely with you. So you have to be a strong leadership, convince them, yes, we right, we right. Let's work on it every day. You will not only just open the door, you have to lead the people, follow you, going into the door. Therefore, you have to be a team leader, a mentor, and an educator, training many people who hopefully to follow you. Lastly, have a blueprint and a dream in mind, and persistently chase your dream. Like Steve Jobs says, he said those famous quotations, you cannot connect the dots, look forward. You can only connect them looking backwards. So you have to trust that the dots will eventually connect in your future. And he also says, you have to trust in something. You got destiny, life, karma, whatever. This approach has never let him down, that means Steve Jobs down. And it has made all the difference of his life. This is what Steve Jobs, and I truly believe in this, and I always try to use it as my role model. Therefore, believe in your dream and consciously believe in your future. Finally, I'm honored to be here. I'd like to thank my parents, thanks my family, thanks to my students, postdoc, visiting science, and the team. All of them support me, believe me, and worked hard. I'd also like to thank our university and the funding agency for support our research. I will continue to work for the next many years to come and make the nanogen to serve the sustainable development of humankind. I will look forward to that nanogen will have a broad impact to the energy and the sensors in a new era, the era of Internet of Things, artificial intelligence, and a big data, and very many more. Thank you so much. Give me this honor, and it will be my new engine for the success future. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Wang, for the very powerful and future-looking message based on your very touching life history. So, to pay tribute to the 2019 Albert Einstein World Award of Science, let us now enjoy this wonderful piece of music, which is called Kika Ryoran, and it means in English, Field of Chrysanthemum, performed by So Shun Kai and Chikuto Kai. Thank you very much for the magnificent performance. Now, let us move on to the next award, which is Leonardo da Vinci World Award of Arts. And once again, before presenting the award, we will show a short film celebrating the life of Leonardo da Vinci in remembrance of the 500th anniversary of his death. It will likewise refresh our appreciation of the figure who inspired this award.
Observation, investigation, analysis, sensitivity, creativity, brilliance. All of these elements taken together or separately are manifested in the work of one of the most brilliant people that has ever lived. When we look carefully at one of his drawings or paintings, we discover in each stroke a piece of his life, which has managed to transcend time and space. Why does Leonardo da Vinci continue to fascinate people from all corners of the world? Perhaps because he merged the beauty of nature as a superior creation with the beauty he created and left us with one of the greatest cultural legacies of all time. Leonardo da Vinci was not trained in the classroom, at least not in those built by man, but in the laboratory from which all knowledge comes, nature. The wisest and noblest teacher is nature itself, he used to say. From it he observed the flight of birds, the movement of water, the anatomy and physiology of human life. After dissecting nature from a scientific angle, he analyzed it from an aesthetic point of view, explaining his findings through thousands of detailed notes and extraordinary sketches. If we focus on his inventiveness, Leonardo designed some of the most amazing machines seen in history. Devices to fly or transport underwater, machines for war, work tools, appliances to weigh or measure. Perhaps in his inventions, the artist emerged more than the engineer, and their operation would not have been entirely viable. But it is a fact that the whole of his designs is the most complete compendium of Renaissance thought. However, it could be said that Da Vinci's true genius lies in his personal discovery of the interconnection between nature and art, to have extracted from his relationship a philosophical ethos that led to a unique pictorial technique. For Leonardo, painting was not only a manual skill, but a mental discourse, and only in this way could the true nature of the human body be represented. In summary, Leonardo viewed painting as an expression of knowledge. If we take all of the facets of Leonardo, the humanist, the scientist, the engineer, the designer, the inventor, the artist, it leaves us with a unique and incomparable being that even now, after 500 years, continues to draw profound amazement and admiration. Trying to summarize his essence into a single sentence seems impossible. But in a creative exercise true to his style, we could say that Da Vinci is the nature of art.
Leonardo da Vinci was really, indeed, a bold example of artist, inventor, humanist, also scientist, as discussed in this morning's lecture. Now it is time to present the laureate of the 2019 Leonardo da Vinci Award of Art, World Award of Arts, Mr. Paulo Branco, Portuguese independent film producer. Since 1979, he has produced or co-produced over 300 films, working with Portuguese and also international directors from 4 continents. According to John Malkovich, Branco is possibly the most prodigious producer of art films in the history of cinema. In 1997, he was named Greatest European Producer by the European Parliament. Many of his films have been presented at festivals of Cannes and Venice, embracing cooperation between cinema, literature, music, and visual arts. He constantly broadens the public cultural formation while encouraging reflection and debate on the great issues of our times. This prize is granted for his prolific and varied achievements in the dynamics of independent cinema, as well as his dedicated commitment to bringing together different fields of culture, such as literature, fine arts, and music. I would like now invite you to watch following video on Mr. Branco's achievements.
Paulo was responsible for my making Cosmopolis. He came to Toronto and gave me this book, and I said, don't come to Toronto with a book, because I hate that. I never do that. I always hate every book. And then 6 days later, I had written the script, and I said, yeah, okay, we make the movie.
Looking through a camera, because when I look through a camera, it's like I'm in a movie theater. I really love that. And I love that you can make something more beautiful than what it really is. I love that you could do that. I could play God with the planet.
I'm not trying to do anything particular except to find things that are somewhat dangerous to do and interesting, and that have a very good engine. What is the engine here that's moving this thing? I need to know that, because otherwise it goes off into decorative, like boom, like that.
Got to walk around twice now, sit down and talk with Jean-Pierre Léaud, you know. It's like a dream to me. And so many wonderful people here. It's fantastic. So the whole atmosphere here is kind of anti-business of film. It's celebrating the joy of it, you know, the beauty of it. So, wow, what a relief! What a nice place to be. Thank you for having us.
Here.
A brilliant independent film producer that causes us to reflect and to think about society and culture. Thank you. Now I would like to call upon Professor Sir Colin Blakemore, President Nagata Kyosuke, and Dr. Esteban Wild to present the 2019 Leonardo da Vinci Award of the Arts to Mr. Branco. And Mr. Branco, please come forward to receive your award. Okay. First, Sir Colin Blakemore, please award the medal. President Nagata, please present the diploma. Dr. Wild, please present the Czech Award. Now a time for a group photo.
Big smile. Good. Now, I would like to invite Mr. Branco to deliver his acceptance speech. Please, Mr. Branco.
this is the difficult part because I'm so impressed and so grateful to be here. I never expected. Thank you, Professor Nagata. Thank you, Dr. Colin Blakemore, and thank you all the members of WCC and deputy and representative of government of Japan. It's really a great honor. I never expected to be here. I was born, and I'm coming from a small country, Portugal, but our, what you say, liaison with Japan, it's so old and strong. We are I think, the first Occidentals to arrive in this country so many years ago, and to establish the first relation between such incredible civilizations. And in my work, when I started doing why I'm here, before that, I was a student in chemistry in the university in Portugal, and all these, studies gave me the strength and the curiosity to go through the other side of the knowledge, to go to the world of art, and to try with my, work to make, happen all the visions of, the artists that you could see in this small video. And anytime in my mind, it was always, and it's always still, this idea that I have so much to learn yet. I have so much to learn from everyone, from them. And I have to go on pursuing this work, because I think we have such responsibility in this world, the artists and the scientists, that we have to be a kind of example. We have to bring the new ideas, the new what the human being can produce. It's such an incredible work, such a masterpiece that we can, we can left to the humanity, and to say we are still here for a long time, and we can, in a way, develop the mankind. We can develop the way of living that everybody can find a true living in this world. And this is not the case, like in so many parts of the world. And any day you are working, artists and scientists, we have to think on that. We have to think that you are doing something that it's our obligation, because we had the chance of having been in incredible universities. We have the chance to have, the opportunity to make the things we wanted to make, and that it's really a privilege. And we have to transmit this. And in my life, it's always what I tried to do, is transmit, and to be a transmission between the artists, the public, and in a way that we can go forward in these such wild moments that we live, that we can see things that I never expected to see in my life, that sometimes we forgot that we are human, and we have to bring that to be in a way to collaborate to go to a better world. And this award gives me more responsibility, more strength to go on, and as well to try to open doors to the young generations, because the transmission is another thing that is, I think, very important. For that, really thank you for all of you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Truly inspiring words about continuous learning across disciplines from a student of chemistry and a master film artist. Thank you very much. Now, thank you. Now we are going to have another musical performance by Soshunkai and Chikutokai. They will be performing Haru no Umi, which means ocean in the springtime. Please enjoy.
Thank you for the delightful performance. May I now invite Professor Gary Marquis, Dean of the School of Engineering of Aalto University and a member of the World Cultural Council, to present the winner's book. Professor Marquis, please.
Honorable University of Tsukuba President Nagata Kyosuke, distinguished President of the World Cultural Council, Sir Colin Blakemore, members of the World Cultural Council, Your Excellencies, 2019 laureates, dear students, ladies and gentlemen. Today we celebrate the 36th Annual Award Ceremony of the World Cultural Council. I am honored to address you on behalf of the members to present the winner's book. The book preserves a written record and a legacy that will be passed on to future generations. For 36 years, the World Cultural Council has sought to recognize figures who have both risen to the tops of their disciplines and who have shared their time, skills, capacities, and vision to promote tolerance, peace, and understanding for the well-being of humanity and the environment. The book comprises a compendium of eminent individuals representing science, art, and education. Today we have the honor of welcoming among us one such individual, Professor Sir Fraser Stoddart, who added his name to the book in 2007 as winner of the Albert Einstein World Award of Science. He was subsequently awarded the 2016 Nobel Prize for Chemistry and tirelessly travels the globe to engage and inspire new generations of scientists and young people. Thank you, Professor Stoddart, for being with us here today and continuing to be an ambassador for science and learning and building bridges between nations. Thank you. I would now like to ask the winner of the 2019 Albert Einstein World Award of Science, Professor Zhong Lin Wang, Regents Professor of Material Science and Engineering at Georgia Institute of Technology, to come to the stage and to sign the winner's book in the company of our witnesses of honor, President Nagata Kyosuke and President Sir Colin Blakemore. Please. And it is now my pleasure to ask the winner of the 2019 Leonardo da Vinci World Award of Arts, film producer Paulo Branco, to sign the winner's book before our witnesses of honor. Dear friends and colleagues, I still have one pleasant duty to perform. Within the framework of this ceremony, the World Cultural Council has decided to grant the Medal of Educational Merit to President Nagata Kyosuke. He has demonstrated exceptional commitment to positive values and global sustainability, both in the University of Tsukuba and beyond. As an example, he has chaired the Tsukuba Conference Organizing Council, which has proven to be an innovative forum for future shapers, talented young leaders from industry, government, and academia worldwide. President Nagata, I would kindly ask you to come to the center of the stage and to receive this recognition from our president, Sir Colin Blakemore.
Congratulations, President Nagata. That was a very nice surprise. Thank you very much, World Cultural Council, for this recognition. Professor Marquise, thank you for your explanation about the legacy of the winner's book and also for overseeing the signing of the winner's book. Today's the World Council will also pay tribute to young research and scholars from Japan who have achieved outstanding work in the fields of science and education. The 10 promising young research leaders will receive a special recognition diploma from the World Cultural Council. May I now invite Sir Fraser Stoddart and Sir John Walker to deliver the diplomas. Okay, first, may I invite Enami Shinichi, Senior Researcher, Center for Environmental Measurements and Analysis, National Institute for Environmental Studies. Working in atmospheric and environmental chemistry, Dr. Enami has succeeded in elucidating the mechanisms of the Fenton reaction, which was unknown for more than 120 years after Fenton's finding. This achievement has huge impact on several fields, including atmospheric chemistry, biochemistry, and green sustainable chemistry. Recently, by developing a surprisingly creative technique, he discovered an important cloud formation mechanism involving hitherto uncharacterized carbonyl dioxides. His results have major environmental implications regarding global climate change and the role of atmospheric aerosis. Sir Fraser, please. Okay.
May I now invite Ichihashi Yasunori, team leader at Japan's Riken Bioresearch Center. In 2018, Dr. Ichihashi started own lab aiming to fully understand the regulatory mechanism behind plant microbe symbiosis and provide a research platform leading to industrial applications. Despite his young age, he has organized primary national research supported by the Japanese Cabinet Office, calling for industry, government, academia collaboration to maximize Japanese effort to accelerate plant microbe symbiosis study. He has published over 30 peer-reviewed journal articles and review articles, including Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences, Natural Plants and Plant Cell, and also received the Young Scientist Award for Plant Morphology. Now, Sir John, please.
May I now invite Ikeda Kazuhiro, Group Leader, Electronics and Photonics Research Institute, National Institute of Advanced Industrial Science and Technology. Dr. Ikeda is a young research leader driving cutting-edge research on large-scale silicon photonic integrated circuits. He has pioneered on-chip nonlinear optical devices based on psi-nitride and amorphous psi waveguides, along with optical filtering devices based on grading-assisted psi waveguides. Thanks to his leadership, several publications from his group have been accepted at high-impact journals in major optical communication conferences. He is also playing a leading role in organizing outreach activities across universities and research institutes. Dr. Ikeda has published 60 journal papers, 90 international conference presentations, 20 patents, and 3 book chapters. Dr. Fraser, please.
May I now invite Kikuchi Yasunori, Associate Professor, Institute of Future Initiatives, University of Tokyo. Dr. Kikuchi's research interests are systems design and assessments in sustainability science. Sophisticated technology assessments are conducted on techno-economic, socio-economic, and socio-technical aspects with municipalities and regional industries. His approach is to apply multiple assessment methods to do co-learning among stakeholders and scientists to bridge gaps in the knowledge and understanding of technology options. His transdisciplinary research activities may well contribute to the acceleration of technology transfer. Dr. Kikuchi has received numerous accolades, including the Award of Outstanding Young Researcher from the Japanese Society of Chemical Engineers in 2016. Sir John, please.
May I now invite Matsumoto Masayuki, Professor, Faculty of Medicine, University of Tsukuba, following an assistant professorship at the Primate Research Institute of Kyoto University. Dr. Matsumoto is now professor in the Laboratory of Cognitive and Behavioral Neuroscience at Tsukuba. His unique and highly admired research focuses on neural mechanisms underlying psychological phenomena such as attention, emotion, learning, decision-making, and motivation. For instance, while the midbrain dopamine system has been known as a key structure in regulating animals' positive motivation, he discovered that this system has more diverse functions, such as facilitating memory, orienting attention, and guiding animals' decisions. Sir Fraser, please.
May I now invite Miyauchi Hiroyuki, Senior Researcher, Engineer, Department of Building Materials and Components at Building Research Institute. Dr. Miyauchi has established the platform for architectural drone technology in industry, government, and academia in Japan. His innovative creation depends on the interdisciplinary fusion between building durability and drone research. His basic primary fields of study are durability, service life, and the sustainability of building envelope systems related to water tightness and weatherability, including sealants. Dr. Miyauchi has developed an innovative drone system with an autopilot for inspecting buildings and natural disasters, and established the Japanese Architectural Drone Association to smoothly advance societal implementation. Sir John, please.
May I now invite Shimada Yuko, Assistant Professor, Life Science Center for Survival Dynamics, Tsukuba Advanced Research Alliance, University of Tsukuba. In 2014, Dr. Shimada reported the discovery of a group of serotonin-producing neurons regulating the timing of steroid hormone biosynthesis in response to nutrition. This neuronal regulatory mechanism underlies the survival fitness of animals in their transition from juvenile to adult stages. Her work provides insight into the conserved neuroendocrine system of maturation in the animal kingdom. In 2017, Dr. Shimada started her own laboratory, expanding her research on nutrient-dependent mechanisms in animal development, and motivating her students with her great enthusiasm. Sir Fraser, please.
May I now invite Uchida Kenichi, Group Leader at Research Center for Magnetic and Spintronic Materials, National Institute for Material Science. Dr. Uchida has developed the novel science and technology of spin caloritronics, an interdisciplinary field between spintronics physics and thermal energy engineering, to achieve unconventional thermoelectric generation and thermal energy control. He has investigated various thermal spin conversion phenomena by means of cutting-edge heat and spin detection techniques. His discoveries have stimulated fundamental and applied studies in spintronics and condensed matter physics and thermoelectrics, paving the way to next-generation energy harvesting and thermal management technologies. Sir John, please.
Okay, may I now invite Ushiroda Yutaka, Professor, High Energy Accelerator Research Organization, Group Leader, Bell Group, Institute of Particle and Nuclear Studies. The Bell 2 project seeks to study physics beyond the Standard Model, or BSM, to understand the most fundamental principles of the universe. Dr. Ushiroda has been a member of Bell 2 Steering Committee Executive Board since 2008 and project manager since 2015. The project is currently the only electron-proton collider in the world which can study bottom quarks. The Super KEKB accelerator has successfully started operations. The first collisions are recorded by the Bell 2 detector in April 2018. Under Dr. Ushiroda's excellent coordination, it will provide groundbreaking results in BSM. Sir Fraser, please.
May I now invite Yoshioka Taiyo, researcher of Division of Biotechnology, Institute of Agrobiological Sciences, National Agriculture and Food Research Organization. Dr. Yoshioka studied high-performance silk, aspiring to ultimately see petroleum-based plastics replaced by biological materials. He has found that the silk fiber produced by bagworms has the strongest mechanical properties among various natural fibers and has developed a technique for collecting long fibers from bagworms, enabling their industrial application. Dr. Yoshioka has furthermore clarified the structural features underlying the mechanical properties of bagworm silk, which should provide an important basis for creating even stronger and tougher artificial silk. Sir John, please.
Thank you, Sir John and Sir Fraser. Our sincere congratulations, and I believe the congratulations everyone in this room today to these young scholars. May your careers continue to be successful and enriched with great accomplishments. It is now time to delight in the talent of the University of Tsukuba Orchestra Ensemble on the performance of Octet 1 Allegro, Più Allegro by Franz Schubert. I would now like to give the floor to World Council President, Sir Colin Blakemore.
Thank you. Well, we have some breaking news for you. We've just heard that the next award ceremony next year, next November, will be at the University of Coimbra in Lisbon in Portugal. This is a very famous and ancient university, more than 700 years old. I haven't seen it, but the pictures look absolutely spectacular. We're very much looking forward to that occasion next year. And the university has sent us a short video to show you the nature of the university, so I'd like you to look at that, please.
As rector of the University of Coimbra, I would like to express my gratitude for the honor given to our institution of hosting the 37th World Cultural Council Award Ceremony. The aims of the World Cultural Council embody the kind of principles that we cherish as a long-lasting institution that is going to celebrate its 730th anniversary precisely in 2020. In fact, with over 7 centuries, the University of Coimbra has a unique, tangible and intangible heritage, keystone in scientific culture of Europe and the world, a capital that the University of Coimbra has applied to UNESCO World Heritage. To study, teach and make research at the University of Coimbra is to pursue the intellectual history of the country in the institution that graduated many of the most distinguished personalities of national culture, science and politics. So, we are looking forward to seeing you all in Coimbra. Let me present you very quickly our university. Take a look.
Now, I would like to invite President Nagata to deliver his closing remarks. Please, President Nagata.
So dear participants of the 36th WCC Award Ceremony, I hope and I believe you enjoyed this magnificent event as much as I did. I would like to extend my sincere gratitude once again to the Professor Sir Colin Blakemore, the President of WCC, and all the members of its directive board for bringing this signature event to Japan and to the University of Tsukuba. I would like to express my deepest appreciation to all the people involved in the preparation and organization of this event, in particular to Ms. Lily Hernandez and Mr. Mahidi Katsumata Asha for their truly hard work. In addition, I'd like to thank our musicians for their wonderful performance. The classic music and Japanese traditional music were performed by our student and professional musicians from Tsukuba, respectively. Congratulations again to the prize winner and diploma receivers. I wish you much success in your pursuit of the further contribution to the culture legacy of mankind. Thank you all for your presence here today. May you all have a pleasant evening. Thank you very much.
Thank you, President Nagata, for the closing remarks. Before we end the ceremony, we would like to invite the members of the Presidium, the winners of the awards, Dr. Wang and Mr. Branco, members of the WCC, and the 10 special recognition awardees to come on to the stage for a group photo. Please.
Smile. Okay. 1, 2,
Thank you all, and please, everybody go back to your seat. And once again, congratulations all the recipients of the awards and diplomas. This ceremony with words of thanks in Japanese. 皆様、式典にご来場いただきまして、どうもありがとうございました。Thank you very much.
Thank you, and thank you. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you.